Welcome to Children's Worship. I know things are a little bit different this week because we're not all gathered together in the green room with our friends to pray to God and tell stories about God, but we can still worship God from anywhere at any time. Tyler, can you say hi?
Hi.
So if you guys remember, we're still in the season of Lent, and this is the time where we are preparing to celebrate the mystery of Easter. We're getting ourselves ready for that mystery when Jesus dies on the cross, but then God makes him alive again. As we get closer and closer to Easter, we're going to hear some more stories leading up to that very sad time, but then also leading up to the happy time when he comes back to life. Today's story is about Jesus' last big meal with his friends. It's called the Last Supper or Passover. Once every year, the people of God went to Jerusalem to celebrate the feast of Passover. To remember how God led them to safety across the water to freedom. Every year, Jesus celebrated the Passover feast in Jerusalem with his family and friends. But this year, Jesus' friends did not want him to go because they were very afraid. They said to Jesus, "Don't go. The people in Jerusalem want to kill you." But Jesus said, "We must go." When the day of Passover came, some of Jesus' friends went to the upper room for the big feast. When evening came and his friends went to the upper room to celebrate the feast of Passover, they were still afraid. And then Jesus said the words of the feast in a way that they had never heard before. Jesus took the bread and he blessed it and he broke it and he gave it to them and said, "Take, eat. This is my body broken for you." Then Jesus took the cup and said, "Drink this, all of you. This is my blood shed for you." Then they sang a hymn and they went out to the garden to pray. And then it happened. People who didn't like Jesus took him and they wouldn't let him go. And they nailed him to a cross and he died. And it was very sad. But 3 days later, God did an amazing thing. God made Jesus alive again. And so every time we eat this bread and drink this cup, we remember Jesus. wonder how it felt to be around this table and to hear Jesus say, "Take, eat. This is my body. It will be broken for you." I wonder how the disciples felt eating the bread and drinking the wine. I wonder how they felt when Jesus died. I wonder how they felt when they heard that God made Jesus alive again. I wonder if you've ever been close to a table like this. Well, let's see if we can find the story in our Bible. It's about Jesus, so we know it's in the New Testament. Let's see, it's from the Gospel of Matthew. Chapter 26, verses 26 to 28, called the Lord's Supper. During the meal, Jesus took some bread in his hands, and he blessed the bread and broke it, and then he gave it to his disciples and said, "Take this and eat. This is my body." Jesus picked up a cup of wine and gave thanks to God, and he gave it to his disciples and said, "Take this and drink it. This is my blood." And with it, God makes his agreement with you. It will be poured out so that many people will have their sins forgiven. So that's our story for today. Maybe before we leave, we can pray together. Repeat after me. Dear God, thank you for all my blessings. Thank you for sending us your Son, Jesus. Thank you for my family and my friends and my church and all the community helpers. Please help everyone stay safe and healthy. Amen. Bye. See you next time.